Welcome to Popcast Deluxe, boy, the city does look tenuous when abandoned in a thunderstorm, of weekly cultural review. I'm John Caramonica. I'm a critic at the New York Times.
I'm Joe Coscarelli. I'm a reporter at the New York Times.
Joe, we say critic and reporter. Most of what we cover is music.
Yes.
Are you familiar with music's biggest night?
You mean the Super Bowl?
Are you familiar with music's second biggest night?
Yes, the Grammys are coming.
Oh, I was referring to the Eras Tour in your hometown. Music's seventh biggest night is upon us. The Grammys is coming up Sunday, Feb 4. We talked a little bit about nominations previously, but I got to be honest, there's some hit and miss in the nominations this year.
Yeah.
I think we are going to do a classic, like a Entertainment Weekly classic, a Variety classic, a Hollywood Reporter classic.
There's a lot of podcasts that do this too.
Are there?
Yeah,
I don't listen to podcasts, so I wouldn't know.
But not for the Grammys, because no one cares about the Grammys. People do this a lot for the Oscars.
Okay, so we're going to carve out this territory and watch everybody fill it in after us.
Yeah.
We're going to do our Grammys ballot. Now, the Grammys have how many categories?
94 categories.
That's not real. So we're going to go through some of the heavy hitter categories and some of the less heavy hitter categories.
The ones that speak most directly to us.
Yeah. I mean, if you are here looking for the best engineered classical album predictions.
Not your pod.
Shall we get into it?
Yeah. So we're going to, as we run through these categories, we're going to say who we think will win in Grammys logic. We do not endorse that opinion.
No. And then who should
and
win,
then who we think
we'd
should
like
win.
to win.
Yeah, if it was the John and Joe Awards, the JJs,
a lot of y'all
come up with a better name.
Here's the thing: a lot of y'all could learn something from the John and Joe Awards. That's simply all I'm going to say.
Then these are who the winners would be, and I think we're going to disagree in a fair amount of these categories.
Absolutely, totally. I agree that we're going to disagree.
All right, we're going to start with Best New Artist. We're a little bit biased in this category.
Where's our guy?
Jelly Roll, our third chair.
Seriously, Big Jelly. Hey, if one of us has to take an episode off, he did volunteer to fill in.
Y'all never need a
I'll
guest
give you a
host.
cubicle.
If one of y'all are out for a day and need me, I'm in.
Jelly Roll's nominated in this category.
He's upstairs second editing my most recent notebook.
Yeah. He is nominated alongside Gracie Abrams, Fred Again, Ice Spice, Coco Jones, Noah Kahan, Victoria Monet, and The War and Treaty.
You go first.
All right, so for this category, I'm all in. Will win, should win. It's Big Jelly Roll.
Yep.
Incredibly huge year. Proven himself to be great at awards show speeches. He's going to be good TV. Nashville.
Big voting block.
Big voting block. And they haven't had a Best New Artist in a while. They've had a lot of nominees. But like the previous winners in this category include Samara Joy, Olivia Rodrigo, Megan Thee Stallion, Billy, Dua. So it's leaned like pretty pop, and then it went to Samara Joy. And I think that Jelly Roll pleases enough factions in the music industry and has such a good story that I really do think he's going to take this one. So that's my will and should for Best New Artist.
All right, so here's my will. I think using the same logic, it might be Noah Kahan.
Okay.
Because I think he scratches the same itch.
He's a real musician.
Yes,
quote unquote.
Exactly. Like it's the thinking musician's version of now obviously it's not a Nash, he's not doing straight country, but like, I wrote this notebook at the end of the year about this kind of turn towards the personal that quote unquote country music is taking in the post Zach Bryan era. I think the embrace or the yanking of Noah Kahan towards the center of the conversation is part of that. So I can see that kind of voter who you're saying is going to vote for Jelly Roll,
Right.
using the same logic, voting for Noah Kahan.
Even though he sort of doesn't fit in any one world.
Yes.
But he has a big hit.
He has
with
a big
Stick
hit,
Season.
and he's considered serious. This is a category. Now, this string of winners maybe doesn't quite capture that, but this is a category where a serious artist can beat out a hugely successful artist.
I'm thinking of a certain Drake lyric.
I'm thinking of a certain Drake lyric.
4 Grammys to my name, 100 nominations. Esperanza Spalding was getting all the praises. I'm trying to keep it humble, I'm trying to keep it gracious.
Yeah, should we do like a OpenAI do Drake and Esperanza as if it was Kanye and Taylor?
Sure.
Basically?
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure that out. So I can see that being the sort of like credibility vote.
But who do you think should win if it were up to you?
Ice Spice.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's never gonna win.
I didn't say, you didn't
No,
ask me.
I'm just saying, like, I agree that Ice Spice is a viable
Are you asking
choice.
who my vote is?
Yeah.
My vote
yes.
is Ice Spice.
But can you imagine
No.
the Grammys voting body
no.
listening to the EP?
Thank you for only 2 dots.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
I think it's Ice Spice with
An honorable mention for Fred.
yeah. You know,
I know you.
You know me too well. You know me too well.
What if I just pick all of your picks?
That would actually be great. I would love. I'm having a stressful week. I would love it if you would do all the labor. Yes, I think Ice Spice should win. I think Fred again. There's a case.
Okay.
Jelly, I understand. Like love Jelly. Like I'm of the mindset that he could win. I think there's not a small chance that he will win.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure that the innovations that he brought to the table are as profound as the innovations that those other 2 artists brought to the table.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
We're gonna keep it moving. Best solo pop performance: "Flowers" by Miley Cyrus, "Paint the Town Red" Doja Cat, "What Was I Made For" from Barbie by Billie Eilish, "Vampire" by Olivia Rodrigo, "Anti-Hero" by Taylor Swift. This category is stacked.
So stacked. Who will win? I have an idea.
Let's hear it.
Taylor Swift, Anti-Hero, is
Okay.
going to win.
I'm the problem, it's me. At tea time, everybody agrees. I stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. It must be exhausting, always rooting for the anti-hero.
I think it's going to beat Billy.
Okay.
I think it's either Billy or Taylor.
I think it's Billy.
When did it end? All the enjoyment. I'm sad again. Don't tell my boyfriend it's not what he's made for.
Yeah, it's one Billy, recent Golden Globe winner for
Right.
this song.
I think she's going to win an Oscar for this song. I think the Grammys love Billie Eilish, even her non-album songs. Like she
Absolutely.
won
Maybe
for
particular.
right, like she won for her Radiohead tribute.
Yeah.
Everything I Wanted a couple years ago.
That was on a very popular Radiohead tribute album.
And I think it's Billy. But you think Taylor? You think
I
Taylor
think it's
has
Taylor.
The pop categories?
I think they're going to reward Billy elsewhere.
Okay.
I think this is a place where they give it to Taylor. Now, who should win? Who do you think?
"Flowers" by Miley Cyrus.
Wow. I was listening to that on the radio again the other day.
Really good song.
It's so good. It's
a
so
really good song.
In almost any other year, that wins.
And
Like it's too stacked.
Yeah.
But in almost any other year, that wins.
But I do think we're in a little bit of a Grammys era where they spread the wealth around.
Yeah.
Like I don't think wins in the genre categories necessarily
equate to big
means
category wins.
means you're going to win in the major categories. And I don't think Miley really has a chance in the big categories, though she's nominated in most of them. And I think this is where Flowers gets its flowers.
For me, it's Vampire. Like, again, it's not my favorite Olivia Rodrigo song. It's not even my favorite Olivia Rodrigo song on this album.
Right. But it's the one that's up for the awards.
Yeah, Anti-Hero, Mid-On. What Was I Made Up For is just like every other Billie Eilish song. I wouldn't vote for it. Flowers is very, very good. No qualms with Flowers. For me, it's Doja or Olivia Rodrigo. And I think ultimately the Vampire is a more powerful pop solo performance for what that's worth.
It does go like the Billie Eilish song in the Grammys mode of power ballads win.
Yes. And it's also a young person singing a serious song,
Right.
which goes a long way. In
Even
these
with
rooms.
the term fame effer.
Yeah, old people curse now.
Do they?
On TikTok, they do.
All right. Pop duo or group performance. 1,000 Miles by Miley Cyrus featuring Brandi Carlile. Candy Necklace by Lana Del Rey featuring Jon Batiste. Never Felt So Alone, Labyrinth featuring Billie Eilish. Karma, Taylor Swift featuring Ice Spice. Ghost in the Machine, SZA featuring Phoebe Bridgers. A lot of Grammy favorites cross-pollinating here. What do you think's gonna win?
I think Taylor wins here.
Sweet like honey, karma is a cat. Purring in my lap 'cause it loves me. Flexing like a goddamn acrobat. Me and karma vibe like that.
Karma is your checks bout to bounce. Karma is the fire in your house. And she bout to pop up unannounced. And she never leaving you alone. Watch her put your ops on a throne. Got you waving pretty white flags. Feeling for that cash. Thinking it'll save ya. Now you switching up your behavior.
I think Taylor wins. This is where Ice Spice gets her Grammy.
Okay, you think they're gonna televise this one?
Yes,
And they can go
I do.
up together and
Yes.
do like buddy comedy, whatever.
absolutely.
Be fun.
Yeah.
I'm into that, even though I'm not positive that Karma is a great song
Oh, I thought you were going to say, or it's a collaboration.
or a great performance.
It's not. You know that this is not. You asked me what will win.
Right.
This is not my favorite Taylor Swift song.
Right.
It is also maybe my least favorite Ice Spice verse.
of all time.
Yeah, it's like it's at a BPM.
Out of all 7 of them.
Yeah, but it's like at a BPM that doesn't really work. I just it's like ode to Ice Spice.
Yeah.
It's not a true Ice Spice record.
It's a weird remix.
It feels clout chasey
Sure.
in like the worst way.
And from all sides.
Yeah, in the worst way.
Yeah.
But not in a way that I think will like whistle to Grammy voters. Like I think Grammy voters will be like, "Oh, this is progressive."
And is that typically what they reward?
Well, for Taylor, for someone like Taylor,
Yeah.
I don't think Grammy voters, even though I think they genuinely would love Lana Del Rey, I don't really think they listen to a lot of Lana Del Rey. I mean, I can see SZA taking it, but like to me, this is also a place where Taylor wins.
So I'm going the opposite, which is like I'm going most conservative. And I think that Miley and Brandi Carlile are going to win this.
Not always right, but still I ain't got time for what went wrong. Where I end up, I don't really care. I'm out of my mind, but still I'm holding on like a rolling stone.
Because it's Brandi Carlile, so
Brandi Carlile, 1,000 Miles. It's a good song. Like
it's fine.
And I like that song on Endless Summer Vacation. I don't like all the songs on there. I think it's pretty good, and I think it's Miley really doing her like I'm rootsy and I have a great voice.
Yeah,
and,
she's singing great.
and Brandy's gonna prove it to you by agreeing to appear on my song. With me.
I would say she sings better than Brandi on this record.
I think she might sing better than Brandy in general. Am I not allowed to say that?
I don't know. I got washed for like a year for suggesting something similar.
You were much meaner. I just think that Miley is a great vocalist.
All right, who should win?
I think that SZA song with Phoebe Bridgers works in the exact way that Karma with Ice Spice doesn't. And I think Ghost in the Machine should win this category. I think it's a really good performance. I think they both bring their A game on neutral territory.
I'm inclined to agree, even though I don't, and also even though I don't love 1,000 Miles, my vote would be between the SZA song and the Miley Cyrus song. But I think I would probably give it to the SZA song.
Next category, pop vocal album. Chemistry by Kelly Clarkson.
Karen Gans.
The Karen Gans.
The ghost of
Karen
Gans.
comes from down from the ceiling, which they do in wrestling, I think, which is another Karen thing. Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus. Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. Subtract by Ed Sheeran.
That came out this year, or last year, I should say. That came out.
And Midnights by Taylor Swift. Best pop vocal album. What's going to win?
Miley wins here.
Okay.
I think Miley wins. I think they're going to give it to Taylor on the songs and maybe in the big categories, which we'll get to. I think Miley wins here. I think the Miley arc is moving towards serious musician. We talked about this earlier in Deluxe about these are songs that sound like they're coming from a 50-year-old or 55-year-old, like a really seasoned performer, someone who's seen it all.
Right.
And she's much younger, although she certainly has seen it all.
Yeah.
I do think that speaks directly to Grammy voters.
Okay.
And I can imagine them saying, this isn't bangers. they didn't listen to bangers, but like this isn't bangers.
Right.
Listen to bangers, though. Great album.
I think Wrecking Ball had some Grammy stuff.
Weird on that album.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
strange
Didn't fit.
outlier.
Yeah, needed. I mean,
bonus tracks.
yes,
Yeah, like
yes.
bonus track energy.
I think Taylor's going to win this category.
Mm-hmm.
I think Midnight's is going to win in genre categories and probably not up top. We'll get to that.
Who should win?
But
this?
I think Guts should win this one.
I agree.
I think Olivia Rodrigo,
Guts
best
is-
pop vocal album, especially for this category. I think it's Olivia Rodrigo.
I also
category.
think Guts is easily the best album in this category.
Yes.
I think it easily beats Midnight's, which is like the logical
yes.
competition. Sorry, Karen, it beats the Kelly Clarkson record, beats the Ed Sheeran record, and it beats the Miley record.
I think Karen would agree with you that Guts is the superior album.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. We all grew up in 2023.
Best pop dance recording. Before I even get to it, you want to just call it?
Padam Padam. Obviously.
I hear it and I know. I know you wanna take me home. And get to know me close. When your heart goes.
The other nominees in this category are Deranged. It's not the
I was
title.
like, is that a song
It's
title?
not the title of a Calvin Harris song. Though he is nominated with Ellie Goulding for Miracle, Baby Don't Hurt Me, David Guetta, Anne Marie, and Coi Leray.
Oh, yeah, madness.
That's like madness.
Madness.
Kylie, One in a Million by BB Rexa and David Guetta, and then Rush by Troye Sivan.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's Padam Padam. I think Padam Padam is a will win, and I also think Padam Padam is a should win.
I also think Padam is a will in this category. I think Padam Padam is going to win. Kylie Minogue, veteran, back, made an impact. Great song.
Changed the culture.
Changed the culture.
Shifted the temperature.
That said,
Troye Sivan?
I wish Troye Sivan could win in this category.
That's
think-
different than thinking he should win.
No, I think he should win in this category. I think that's the best song of this bunch.
It's so good, it's so good. It's so good, it's so good.
I think that's an amazing song. One
Great
of my
song.
favorite records from last year all around. I was really convinced by that Troye Sivan album, and it was
Yeah,
such
same.
a good lead single. I think it should win, but I don't think Grammy voters are quite ready for Troy here.
For Troy to be horny on Maine.
Yeah, not yet. But maybe he'll grow into this category. All right, let's do a couple rap categories. They're always
got it.
strange in the Grammys.
I was going to say, there's some oddball stuff happening.
yes, yeah, as usual.
Yeah.
But I think I said this. I do have a weird flashback of what I said on the previous time we discussed the nominees here, and I do think I said like there just wasn't that much to choose
Yeah,
from.
that's true.
So this is what we're left with. Best rap performance: The Hillbillies, Baby Keem featuring Kendrick Lamar, Love Letter by Black Thought. That's interesting.
That's
Rich Flex by Drake and 21 Savage. Scientists and Engineers by Killer Mike featuring Andre 3000, Future, and Aaron Allen Kane. And Players by Coi Leray.
will win.
What's going to win this category?
Scientists and Engineers.
Okay.
Music computers and robbers and looters with shooters and shooters with Rugers and shooters with Ruger CDs with my tutors and my tutors taught me a terrible miracle. You can lie, cheat, and still kill in America. Be celebrated like Captain America.
Yeah, that's what's going to win. Just
I don't think so, but that's my should win. I think that's like the most
Okay.
prestige rap here, and I think that's okay.
I
for
was going to
this
say Black
category.
Thought is the most prestige rap here.
Yeah, but that's not a song. That's like a freestyle.
But
there's
most
like
people
barely
who
a
are
beat.
voting don't know that.
I think in
Like
the
they're
genre
literally
categories,
at this. All right. Okay, so to me, will win is Killer Mike and Andre 3000. I think people are going to see the words Andre 3000
Right.
just immediately go in that direction.
Totally.
Also, like, Rich Flex is sort of a hit, kind of. Like, it's a hit to people who listen to Drake songs. But I don't know if it's a big enough
It's a
hit.
club hit.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's a big enough hit
Yeah.
to outweigh, to destabilize the center of gravity.
I also
here.
don't think it's the best rapping on this album, even.
No, but again, will win is not a test of that.
Yeah. That said,
What do you think will win?
I think Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar.
This that your girl, didn't mean to possess your girl. Baby, I'm high profile, don't ever tell them you met me, girl. They gon' think that you rep me, girl. 5'7", I'm messy, girl.
Famous, but I'm not for sale. Why you trying to possess me, girl?
I mean, you know what upset me, girl.
Was like that when you met me, girl.
Cause he'll put you in princess shoes.
Elevate you, respect you too.
Here's 10K, I'm in a sexy mood.
Don't let the homies touch.
I think in the same way that Andre 3000 is like a, you know, he's nominated every time because people know the name. I think Kendrick has leapfrogged him in the decades since Stankonia and Love Below. And so I think that he is he's the easy pick for Grammy voters. And Baby Keem has already won a Grammy on a song with Kendrick Lamar. And I think Hillbillies is really good. I think casual Kendrick Lamar is my favorite Kendrick Lamar.
I agree.
And this song is like really fun. It's basically like Keem and Kendrick's potato salad.
Yeah.
Like
That would be great.
the Rocky Tyler,
Which
you know?
is one of their best songs. One of their best songs individually and certainly together. It's a perfect song.
The video is amazing. Like it had a little moment.
I agree.
I really like that song.
I agree. Casual
And I think it
Kendrick
will.
is far, far better than hyper studied Kendrick. But I don't know. I just think Andre 3000, and also like you talk about prestige rap. I think Killer Mike has ascended into that space, especially over the last few years, and I just think that might be too hard for them to reject. Now that said, I also think that song should win.
Which one?
Scientists and Engineers.
Yeah, and I think that one should win.
It's the
And
best of this batch.
Yeah.
It's the best.
I think it's really close between that and the Hillbillies, and I think Hillbillies is going to take it, but I think Killer Mike deserves it.
Yeah.
If only for getting an Andre verse.
Yeah. Oh, is Andre rapping? He's not playing flute?
Different category.
Sorry, my bad.
All right, best melodic rap performance.
Just keeping up with the times.
This is Sitting on Top of the World, Burna Boy featuring 21 Savage, Attention by Doja Cat, Spin 'Bout You, Drake and 21 Savage. Interesting that Drake is nominated for Grammys, even though he doesn't submit, seemingly as
You think 21?
Yeah, or 21's team. He was like, and Drake was like, all right, you have my blessing.
Right.
All My Life, Lil Durk and J. Cole, and Low by SZA.
Strange, odd melodic rap. I mean,
Yeah,
Like,
I like
kind of.
that they did the SZA thing where they put her in many different categories, like Beyonce did with
they
Lemonade.
were so strategic
Yeah.
with how they parceled out the SZA nominations
Yeah.
and how SZA's
and the
team.
SZA submissions.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
the nominations and the submissions
Yes.
both strategically placing SZA across the board, which like deserved. But
Yeah.
I don't know that this is her category.
No. So I'm gonna say, I think will win. I think Burna Boy and 21 Savage are gonna win this.
And as I day for the street, they give me joy. Lamborghini boy, put them on Jesus, and I'm not religious. But I know, you find Colorado, breakfast on fire, mutiny muchacho.
I don't think this is a great song.
I didn't.
I know. But
It's
I don't
actually-
think anyone. I don't think even Grammy voters will
But
think
it's
this is a
very
great song.
pop. It was a hit.
Yeah.
It's a sample / interpolation of another very successful song.
Yeah.
I think if anybody pressed play on this, they would immediately hear it and go, I like this, because
Right.
they like the original.
Much like Players by Coil Ray.
Much like much like everything. So I think the Burna Boy song is gonna win.
Okay.
And also it feels like the type of voter who's like, I'm gonna vote for something a little bit unexpected. That's an opportunity to vote for something unexpected. Again, I don't think it's a good song.
Yeah.
It's definitely one of my least favorite Burna Boy songs.
Yeah.
And it's also the least Burna Boy
Right.
Burna Boy songs.
Right.
But
I mean, putting 21 Savage on it's an
Yeah.
obvious crossover attempt.
it's fine. And again, I think it's fine, but it doesn't do a lot for me. I think that will win. What about you?
I think Doja Cat, Attention.
This one doesn't bite it, doesn't get aggressive. Show you how to touch it, hold it like it's precious. It don't need your loving.
I think
Yeah.
she's gonna win. I think she should win. I think it's the best melodic rap performance in this category. Doja's album, not quite doesn't quite fit anywhere, but I think
Which
this
is what
a-
makes it so great.
Right, I agree, and I think this is a nice place for people to recognize her, and I do think she is one of the few new superstars, whether she likes it or not. And I think like the Grammys will want to award that at least once.
Do you think it will be revealing if Doja Cat wins in this category, a rap category, and not in the pop category? Because to me, Doja Cat makes pop songs using the tools of hip hop and R&B, but the songs are pop. But if she only wins in a rap category,
I think she'd like that.
yeah, she might.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're probably right.
You know?
Even if it means something a little bit sus.
Yes.
What I think should win is spin value.
The way you make me feel these days, coming out my body for your baby girl, wipe them like it's snotty for your baby girl, coming out my body for you.
Spin About You is
That's the one.
it's a really good song.
That's the one. That's where my vote go if it was me. That's what should win. But I'm gonna say Burna Boy on this.
Spin About You definitely fits the category. That's gonna go ahead and be some melodic rap.
That's the dictionary like woodblock illustration.
Yes.
Drake at 21 Savage.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Best rap song. Some overlap here, but not entirely. This category has Attention by Doja Cat.
Yep.
It has
And this is a songwriters.
yes, with producers. I'm not going to name everybody in the credits of all these songs because they're long, because they're rap songs and they include samples. Barbie World from the Barbie soundtrack. Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice featuring Aqua. Just Wanna Rock, Lil Uzi Vert. Great song.
I'm not diminishing the song. Love the song. Bizarre
Nomination.
of all the places to nominate this song.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. Why is it not in performance? Why is the song? There's no words in this song.
This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Why is it in the best written rap song? I mean, it's like literally like 7 words in the song.
Yeah. Rich Flex.
Adi adi ah. like that's okay. Fine. Go ahead.
Rich Flex, Drake and 21 Savage, Scientists and Engineers, the Killer Mike song. What's going to win?
Will win Scientists and Engineers.
Yeah, we're aligned there.
Yeah. Should I mean, I would vote for Just Wanna Rock.
Me too.
Yeah. Just like it doesn't make any sense.
But it's the widest, it's the most progressive definition of writing a song. You know, it's
so
like,
you,
and this
you
is
think
how
this
songs
is, you think
are
they're
written.
doing it the right way?
I think it won't win, so they're not. But I think it's interesting. Yeah, it's like somebody in those dark rooms sat down and was like, yeah, this is how you write a song now. You know, like it's sound effects. It's a crazy beat.
I honestly guarantee you the last 15 seconds of conversation that we had about it is longer than any conversation that any nominator had.
It's one
This
of the
just feels like our friends at Rock Nation being like, we really got to get Uzi a nomination somewhere.
This is one of the coolest things that has happened in my time covering the Grammys is Just Wanna Rock being nominated for Best Rap Song.
Great.
So
Print it.
I wish it would win. All right. Best Rap Album. Her Loss, Drake and 21 Savage. Michael by Killer Mike. Heroes and Villains, Metro Boomin. King's Disease 3 by Nas. And Utopia by Travis Scott. This is a fallow category.
This is rough. This is really rough. Look, this is the Nas Memorial Grammy category.
Yes.
R.I.P. to Nas. This is tailor made for Nas to win.
Yep.
But I think
He's taken home a couple of these.
But I think Killer Mike's gonna win.
You do?
I do think Killer Mike's gonna win. I think Killer Mike is stepping into that spotlight and known outside of conventional rap circles, being taken seriously, obviously for his politics as well as his music. The music on this album,
Taken seriously and also pilloried for his politics.
for politics, for sure. The music on this album feels like a step in a more broad-eared direction than the Run the Jewels stuff, which I like a lot of the Run the Jewels stuff, but it's very different than what's on this record. I think people, the same type of people who would not have voted for Run the Jewels in a category like this are just like, that's our guy. I'm glad to have the opportunity to vote for him in this kind of category.
I would like for you to be right. I profiled Killer Mike ahead of this album. He made a very serious album about his mother and his grandmother and his life as a black man in the South and the women who raised him. This is like prestige rap done well, grown man prestige rap done well, which is, I'm on record saying, not my favorite thing, but this album worked for me. Mike's obviously an interesting character, longtime Outkast associate. I think it would be cool for him to be recognized in this way, and I think it would mean a lot to him. I think he really wants to win this Grammy, but I think it's going to go to Metro Boomin.
Wait, you think it will go to Metro?
I think it's going to go to Metro Boomin.
Why do you think it will go to Metro Boomin?
I think Metro Boomin campaigned really hard last year. I think he did the press, he did, his work on the Spider-Man soundtrack. I think the fact that so many people worked on this album, like there's so many familiar names. It's like, obviously Metro Boomin is a producer, not a rapper, but he brought together the rappers. Like, he's DJ Khaled, but not embarrassing, So I think the Metro Boomin universe will help him here. And he also...
But I don't think enough people know who he is.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like he
list.
got out there last year.
Interesting.
But I don't know.
So you think Metro Boomin will win,
I do.
Mike should win?
I think Her Loss should win.
Wow.
Her Loss is the best rap album on this list and a very good album that I think is weirdly discounted, but not by the fans.
It's better than the other Drake album that was released within this eligibility window. I will say that. I think Metro Boomin should win.
Okay. All right.
I think it's I wouldn't call it an idiosyncratic album, but it's a really big umbrella kind of album.
Right.
There's a little bit of something for everybody on this record.
Yes.
I'm not sure I don't love any of these albums, but I think maybe it did something
you don't love King's Disease 3?
I already was vaccinated against King's Disease 1 and 2, so I can't be infected with King's Disease 3. Like, that's how that works.
Yeah, fair enough.
I think it's the album that tries something it feels like a perverse, like kind of like a pop rap soundtrack of like the 90s or 2000s.
Yeah.
And
with the hit to match.
With a real legit hit on it.
Yeah.
I think maybe it's the Metro really it's the...
This is why I picked it will win.
So to me, I wonder if this is like the category, you know how like every now and again within the Nobel Prize or the Pulitzer Prize, they're like, the committee has decided not to award. Like it's like we nominated 5 things, but it's like actually
no one's good enough.
Yeah. This might be that category if there were ever a category. But I'm gonna say Metro Boomin should win.
All right. Let's do a couple country categories. We're gonna swerve.
My people.
Best country solo performance: "In Your Love" by Tyler Childers, "Buried" by Brandy Clark, "Fast Car" by Luke Combs.
Luke Combs GPT.
"The Thing on My Mind" by Dolly Parton, and "White Horse" by Chris Stapleton. What will win this category?
Fast Car is going to win this.
I agree.
It shouldn't.
It's only nominated here,
which is bonkers.
It should be Record of the Year.
Yeah.
It should win Record of the Year.
Do we think that Luke Combs and Tracy Chapman are going to link up?
Like at the Grammys?
Do I have to remake the net spend and Yapo JJ meme for Luke Combs and Tracy Chapman after the Grammy? Am I going to do that?
Wow.
Is that what I'm going to spend Grammy night doing?
How hard?
We're posting memes here. Like we're making memes. We're posting memes on Popcast Deluxe.
How hard are they trying to make that happen? And is the failure to make that happen the reason it's not nominated in the big category? Where they're just like, Tracy said no off the bat, like, forget it.
I think that could happen. I mean, like the Grammys, for all their sort of like, hey, we take everything so serious, and the purity of the vote, and this, like, it's obviously it's not the case. It's totally possible. Tracy was like, hey, thanks for the royalty payments. Really great. So happy to see the song resonating. You know, I'm living in a beach town somewhere and like I can't be bothered.
Right. But even if it's not in the top categories, if they make this TV moment happen, it will be the best thing for the show.
100%.
And for the audience.
If I was, who is it? Harvey Mason. Like
Jr.
Harvey needs to be like at Tracy's house like once a week,
backing up the Brinks truck.
Yeah, and also just like delivering flowers.
I don't even know if they pay, but
food deliveries, flowers,
whatever
chocolates.
she needs.
Yeah, like anything.
Yeah.
Essence gift cards. Like, I don't know what Tracy's wearing these days, but like she wants 40% off at Essence. Like, get it for her.
Only 40% off for Tracy Chapman,
Okay,
the writer of Fast Car?
Fine, 100% off. Unlimited Essence.
I think this song will win, and I think it should win. And I
think it should win?
I do.
It's not good.
I think it's good.
It's so flat.
I think it's good. I think it's a good performance of an amazing song. All right, what's your pick?
Do you know what it's like? You have an
I don't need you to be mean about Luke Combs' Fast Car for like the 12th time.
You don't need it, but I do. It's eminently serviceable, but it doesn't serve anything. It's only aiming to get from one place to the other.
Millions of people disagree, John.
I can't wait to hear from them.
All right, what should win this category then? If not this masterpiece.
I think In Your Love should win. I think this Tyler
Childers
Childers song should win.
We were never made to run forever. We were just meant to go long enough to find what we were chasing after. I believe I found it here in your love.
It's a really nice song.
And it's also really beautifully written.
Yeah.
That's not obviously what this category is, but it's a beautifully written. It's elegant. Obviously, the video gave it an extra boost of social relevance, and especially in the wake of the Aldine situation. But to me, it's the most interesting and unexpected performance on this list.
Okay. Best country duo or group performance. High Note by Dierks Bentley featuring Billy Strings. Nobody's Nobody by Brothers Osborne. I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves. Kissing Your Picture Is So Cold by Vince Gill and Paul Franklin. Save Me, Jelly Roll with Lainey Wilson. And We Don't Fight Anymore, Carly Pearce with Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
What's going to win?
Will win is Save Me,
I
Jelly
agree.
Roll and Lainey Wilson.
I agree.
That's the hit. It's actually not the hit. Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves is the hit. But in country circles, the Jelly Roll record is the hit. That's the one that I think will win.
All of this drinking and smoking is hopeless, but feel like it's all that I need. Something inside of me's broken. I hold on to anything that sets me free.
Now, what should win?
We're aligned here.
I actually don't think we are.
Oh, you're going to swerve?
What do you think should win?
Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves.
That is not correct.
I Remember Everything is like a knockout performance.
Cold shoulder, closing time. You begging me to stay till the sun rose. Strange words come on out of a grown man's mouth when his mind's broke. Pictures in passing time. You only smile like that when you drink.
I agree it's really good, but I will go back to something that I said on the Zach Bryan episode of regular Popcast, which is Zach Bryan's voice and posturing is so signature that it actually makes it hard for him to duet with people because there's almost
you
no
think the duet
natural.
is bad?
There's almost
Or
no
off?
points of consonance between him and Casey. Like obviously there's.
But I think that fits the subject of the song.
I agree, but there's something so gravelly about what he's doing and something so reluctant about what she's doing, and it doesn't feel resolved in any way. It doesn't feel resolved in the middle of the
You're
verses.
just making me like it more.
Okay, but it does. So to me, I think maybe the Carly Pearce and Chris Stapleton song should win. It's much more straightforward, but to me, it like gels, it congeals much better as a song. And I think Carly Pearce is like kind of like coming up on her due. She's had a really interesting 2 or 3 year run right now. I'm gonna go with that.
We don't cuss and we don't care enough to even hate. We could tear up the house. We could burn the whole thing down. But boy, what for?
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that left field pick. I don't know you entirely. You could still surprise me, John,
Thanks,
after all
Boo.
these years.
Thanks, Boo.
All right, best country song, Buried by Brandy Clark. I Remember Everything. In Your Love, Tyler Childers. Last Night. This is the only place that Morgan Wallen appears, though he is not nominated because he did not write this song.
Funny how that works.
He just performs it.
Yep.
White Horse by Chris Stapleton with Dan Wilson of Semisonic.
Will win. What do you think?
I think this is where Tyler Childers. I think he gets his due for writing and not for performance. In Your Love, beautiful song. Simple.
I would actually say this is where Zach Bryan gets it.
Okay.
Because I feel like there's
Even
still,
though he's been so snubbed by the Grammys.
yeah, I think this is where they maybe give it to him. There they say, you're not the performer. But like, great song, kid. Like you did it.
Okay.
I can see that being a will win.
That's my should.
Okay, so that's your should.
I think it should win both of these categories.
Yeah, to me, the should win is In Your Love.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the Tyler Childers, again, it's just really, really well written. And the thing about Tyler Childers that I think in the past I have struggled with is I almost felt like the songwriting was like 10 to 20% too dense. Just like a tiny bit too much happening. And especially in the interplay with the musicianship, it was always like, it would be interesting to see what would happen if this guy would make music that breathes a little bit. And this song very much breathes. And I think in so doing, really hits a sweet spot in songwriting and delivery. So I can see that.
Country album, Rolling Up the Welcome Mat, Kelsey Ballerini, Brothers Osborne, self-titled, Zach Bryan, self-titled, Rustin' in the Rain, Tyler Childers, and Bell Bottom Country, Lainey Wilson.
All right, will win.
I got Lainey.
Yeah, Lainey's going to win. It's actually surprising to not see like bigger country names in here.
Yeah.
Although I've been
kind of an interesting category. I like this lineup.
I agree. This is a good lineup, an unexpected lineup. Maybe a lot of the big dogs did not put out albums this year.
Garth wasn't eligible for the Bass Pro box
The
set.
Grammy voters are literally still trying to go to Bass Pro Shops to try to find a box set.
Yeah.
Do you think Bass Pro Shops like has a Grammy submission program? Is that a line item somewhere? I think Lainey's gonna take it. It's obviously a big year for Lainey Wilson. I personally don't love the music, but like
it's a solid album.
Yeah, I think it's very good at being what it is, and it's been feted. And I will say the thing about Lainey Wilson's album is it does not sound like any other country album by a male singer or a female singer. And
it's a real compliment, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's very striking that Nashville has taken to it so assiduously, given that it sounds so unusual. So I think Lainey Wilson will win.
And what do you think should win?
This is it's a bit of a toss-up for me between Zach and Kelsey. I'm gonna say Zach Bryan should win this category.
I agree. I'm like any place he's nominated, I think he should.
Zach Bryan
should win,
even if I think this is maybe the weakest overall Zach Bryan release, but it's still like leaps and bounds beyond most. But I will say this Kelsey Ballerini album is, I mean, it's become a little trite. We did an episode recently on Popcast, or last year, on country music divorce albums. It's become a bit of a trope recently. Carly Pierce also did one. This is a recently recurring thing happening in Nashville, but I think this Kelsey record's like really good.
Yeah.
But it feels like a tiny bit bare bones overall, whereas the Zach Bryan album, even in its flawed, is full-bodied.
All right, música urbana. This is a strange category. This category has 3 entrants. Saturno by Raul Alejandro, Mañana Será Bonita by Karol G, and Data by Tiny. What's going on here?
I have no idea what's happening here.
People just didn't submit? Is there a boycott that we don't know about?
Is it possible that they nominated Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny said, take me out of contention?
Because he didn't win Album of the Year for...
I mean, I have no idea. But did that album come out within the... It came out in August, right?
Yeah, it seems like it should have.
The only explanation for this that I can come up with...
is that he didn't submit?
Or that they nominated him and he, at the last minute, pulled out.
I have no idea.
Truly doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Though not our favorite Bad Bunny album, but still you would expect it here.
I mean, it's just like a gimme. It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, another Grammy on the shelf.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Like, he doesn't show up to the ceremony. It's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
What's going to win this category?
No, I have no idea why
it's like
this. I think my should win and my will win are the same. I think it's Karol G.
Same.
Yeah.
We're
Like Karol
aligned.
G, this is of these 3 albums. Like, I like the prior Raul Alejandro record more than this Raul Alejandro record. To me, the Karol G record is the most progressive and curious of all these albums.
The moment where things really aligned for
Absolutely.
her. I think she had a huge year. I think she's going to take this.
Yeah, I agree.
Best African music performance.
An actually good category.
I'm a Piano.
Surprisingly, actually good category.
Yes. I'm a Piano by Ashake. City Boys by Burna Boy. Unavailable. Davido featuring Musa Keys. Rush. Ira Star. And Water by Tyla.
The most inescapable song of the last 6 months.
Yeah.
Tyla's Water.
Make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water, make me sweat, make me harder, make me lose my breath, make me water.
I think Tyla will win.
You do?
I do. I think that song is big enough. And I don't think,
I think it should, but I think Burna Boy's going to take it.
that's interesting. I think
Name recognition, king of the scene.
it's just such a.
It's the Grammys.
Yeah, I agree. It's just that song is so big, but I think Ashake should win.
I'm a piano, it's a big vibe, but the girls them know. Steadily, heavily. I'm a piano, it's a big vibe, but the girls them know.
Yeah, that's a great song. I went back and forth. Water,
Great record.
Water won out for me, but
that's from my number one album of last year. It's just like an incredibly beautiful, lustrous performance. And I'm just glad to see it. And I'm like, I know it's so goofy to say, but I am genuinely glad to see people paying attention to it. I think it's a stunning record.
Producer of the year, non-classical.
Jack Antonoff. Jack Antonoff.
Jack has
Jack
won
Antonoff.
the last 2 years.
Jack Antonoff. Jack Antonoff?
Yes. He's nominated here for his work with the 1975, Lana Del Rey and Taylor Swift. D-Mile.
D-Mile. I got to get in a room with D-Mile.
The Victoria Monet album.
What does he know? What does D-Mile know?
Hit Boy is nominated for his work with Nas on his own stuff and a random Don Toliver song. Metro Boomin is nominated for his own stuff.
Yeah.
Travis, Thug, Lil Durk. Pretty loaded year for Metro Boomin, as we discussed. And Dan Nigro, who is nominated for the Olivia Rodrigo album, obviously, but also Chappell Roan and Caroline Polachek.
Yeah. 2 out of 3, not bad.
He's my will and he's my should.
Nigro?
It's Nigro's year. Give it to him.
Oh, that's interesting. My will is Antonoff.
You think he's going to three-peat?
I do. My
You
will
think
is
Jack Antonoff is going to three-peat?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What's crazy is I think this year he probably deserves it. Like
More
the
than the other.
1975 album, the Lana album, and the Taylor album are
That's
interesting
good.
enough.
Yeah.
But I don't love the Midnight's production.
I agree.
So that's where I dock him.
But I think he will, but to me, Nigro is the should.
Okay.
Yeah. I like Nigro as a should. It's a good year. And again, 2 out of those 3 albums are really good.
Yeah.
And the third one is perceived to be good.
Yeah. By Grammy voters? Question mark. I don't know. We'll see.
Do they know who Caroline Polachek is? Like,
Not
honestly.
yet. Not yet. She's working her way there. Songwriter of the year, non-classical. This was won for the first time ever last year by Tobias Jesso Jr.
Oh, right.
One of our great young Twizzlers.
Yes, truly. Yo, shout out to Tobias Jesso Jr., who really recovered from some early missteps to really make it in the game.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to read my coverage of him at the Mercury Lounge in like 2009 or whatever.
You may have driven him to songwriting.
You're welcome. I'm sorry. That's everybody ended up where they were supposed to end up.
This
How about
year,
that?
the nominees are Edgar Barrera, who wrote basically every Latin music smash from last year, including Karol G album. Jesse Joe Dillon, worked with Bandy Clark and Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
Shane McAnally, who to me should win just because Walmart
Sam
is on
Wells
his
will- yeah.
just because
Great.
Walmart is on his submissions
Great.
list.
Great song.
Walmart's so good,
So good.
so underrated. Taron Thomas and Justin Tranter.
Just an incredibly quick sidebar on Taron Thomas. I was once in a studio working on a story that I won't name because it never came out, and like Taron Thomas showed up, and I didn't know who it was at the time. And he seemed like truly like an interloper in the room, and he was just like, "Let me get in the booth. Let me get in the booth." And I was like, "This is great. Like, who is this guy?" Like, and he literally, like, no exaggeration, in like under 10 minutes. Did an entire song to whatever beat happened to be playing, like just da 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 da, and then like walked out and was like, cool, and it's like dipped.
He's the man.
Unbelievable.
He's a great character in the old Diary of a Song with Lizzo for Juice. He's a winner.
Honestly, like just one of the most impressive things I've ever seen in any reporting context. Taron Thomas, incredible. Okay, will win. Shane McAnally.
I realize that everything happens for a reason. And losing your love ain't the end of the world. I saw your mama at Walmart with your little girl, your little girl, your little girl.
Okay, that's my should.
Yeah, will win. Shane McAnally.
Only for Walmart.
A known quantity, long time, well-regarded songwriter.
Great narrative.
Yeah, will win.
Everyone loves him.
Should win. Barrera.
Okay.
Like, as you
Loaded.
said, has like an entire sound / universe on his back.
Was the most nominated person at the Latin Grammys. But I'm going, Jessica Jo Dillon's going to take this one for the Brandy Clark Jelly Roll stuff.
Yep.
Just because it's very songwritery.
Yeah.
I think those people made an impression among
that
the
community.
the
Yeah.
Grammys community. And I think the Nashville vote will be strong for songwriter because that's something they take so seriously. Best song written for visual media. This is the Barbie honorary category. I think 4 Barbie songs in here. Barbie World, Nicki Minaj, Dance the Night, Dua Lipa, I'm Just Ken, Ryan Gosling, written by Mark Ronson and Andrew Wyatt. Lift Me Up from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Wild that song was nominated.
I mean, Ludwig running the table across the whole entire entertainment industry. So I think that's why that's in here. And then the Billie Eilish song, What Was I Made
Is there
For?
any universe in which
Billie doesn't win?
No, is there any universe in which the Rihanna song wins?
Oh, no.
Okay,
I don't think so.
No.
I think it's Billie. My money's on Billie.
Billie will win. What should win though? Which Barbie song is the best?
I got Dance the Night.
That's the worst.
I got Dance the Night.
That's the actual worst of the
To me, it's the defining song from Barbie.
It's not true.
Watch me dance, dance the night away. My heart could be burning, but you won't see it on my face. Watch me dance, dance the night away. I'll still keep the party running. I won't head out of place.
You know which one I'm gonna say.
You're gonna say I'm Just Ken.
Of course.
I'm just kidding. Where I see love, she sees a friend. What will it take for her to see the man behind the tent and fight for me?
It'd be cool if I'm Just Ken
It's
won.
absolutely the best song in the film, except for the Matchbox 20 cover.
Right.
And it's the best
Which is
song.
on the deluxe edition of the soundtrack.
Oh, is it?
The cover of the Ryan Gosling cover of the Matchbox 20 song
didn't know
Push.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely the best song in the film. It's funny, unexpected. It asked Ryan Gosling to do something interesting. Like none of these other songs asked anybody to do anything they don't already do. The Billie Eilish song is literally just like you'd have to show me the forensic evidence to show me that this Billie Eilish song was written for this movie. It could have been literally like a Phineas outtake from 4 years ago. Like I have no idea. I'm Just Ken should win, but Billie will win.
Fair enough. Best music video.
Some good music videos here.
Yeah, not the Beatles one. It's not the worst Beatles video of the
I
year.
know. When I
It's
saw
not
it,
Now
I
and
thought
Then.
it was that one.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, people have lost their minds.
Yeah, no, it's I'm Only Sleeping. We got In Your Love, the Tyler Childers video, which you alluded
talked
to
about.
earlier.
Mhm.
What Was I Made For? Billie Eilish. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Count Me Out. Kendrick Lamar short film starring.
Stop making short
Helen
films.
Mirren.
Stop making short. What's Mirren's day rate? What does she charge? Honestly, ballpark. That's the real bet.
1 million clout points.
Helen Mirren, I'm going to go ahead and say, I think she did it for free.
Okay.
I think she did it for
On the
free.
strength.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
she did it on the strength.
And then Rush, the Troye Sivan video.
Okay.
What's gonna win?
Will win.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, Kendrick will
Kendrick
win
Lamar.
because it's serious.
It's very serious.
Should win.
It's a therapy session.
That's
It's an abstract
therapy
therapy
session?
session.
Session.
It's an abstract therapy session.
Kendrick will win.
Mask on the babies, mask on the op, wear mask in the neighborhood stores you shop, but a mask won't hide who you are inside. Look around, the reality's carved in lies. Wipe my ego, dodge my pride. Look myself in the mirror, Amityville, ain't seen nothing scarier.
Should win. I know the right answer for should win is Tyler Childers.
No,
but
it's
actually
Rush.
it's Troye Sivan.
Yeah.
Troye Sivan should win music video
Troye
of the
Sivan
year.
brought back music videos.
Yes, brought back dancing.
Yes.
Brought back
choreo. Let's go.
Brought back visualized eroticism in music video.
Yeah. So
Speaking
good.
politely.
So good.
Yeah.
Although you
should
could have
win-
nominated the water video if that was the criteria.
If you say. Troye Sivan, Rush should win.
We're aligned on that one.
Yeah.
Song of the year.
Big three.
Big three. Let's close it out strong. A&W, Lana Del Rey, with Jack Antonoff and Sam Dew. Antihero, Jack Antonoff and Taylor Swift. Butterfly, John Batiste and Dan Wilson. Dance the Night. That's the Mark Ronson, Dua Lipa, Andrew Wyatt song. Flowers by Miley Cyrus with Gregory Hine and Michael Pollack. Kill Bill, SZA. Vampire, Olivia Rodrigo with Dan Nigro. And What Was I Made For?
2 Barbie songs.
Billie Eilish and
First of all,
Phineas.
whoever does Grammy nominations reads my year-end list. People would be like, why you put a Barbie song on your year-end list?
That doesn't make sense chronologically, but okay.
It's whatever. We're thinking the same. I see you. Whatever madness is happening here, I respect it. What's gonna win? What will win this?
Billie Eilish.
So you think it's just a Billie sweep?
I think the Grammys
You think if
love
they
Billie.
if they have a chance to give Billie an award, there's gonna.
Do you remember who won this category last year?
I don't.
Bonnie Raitt. It's like this is the song. You know what I mean? Like this is a piano ballad. Like that's what it is. And Billie won this 2 years ago. No, 3 years ago. Leave the Door Open. I Can't Breathe. One in between. But I just think like when there is a ballad like this, and it's by Billie Eilish,
and it's not Vampire.
Look, if Vampire won, I would not be upset. I don't want the Billie song to win this category, but I just think like the Grammys have made their preference for Billie Eilish known, and it's traditional.
Miley's gonna win.
Okay, Flowers. Song
It's
of
a
the year.
songwriter's award, and it's a well-written, cleverly executed response song to another song that Grammy voters would love. I think they're gonna say, "Cheeky turn, Miley. We got it for you this
All
time."
right.
That's what will win.
Should
Kill Bill. Yeah.
Great song.
Yeah, really great song. A much more original songwriting approach than a lot of this. Like, I like Vampire a lot. I do think the writing on Vampire is really good. That would be my number 2. I just think Kill Bill's a little bit more inventive.
I'm going A&W. Speaking of inventive,
Yeah.
if Grammy voters made it to the second half, to the beat drop of A&W, it's too real. Like, it's too in your face, the song. It's like, but the fact that it has the traditional piano ballad part and
Why doesn't
the
Lana
back
Del
half,
Rey win 50 Grammys?
'cause she doesn't try.
I know, but like the music
I
is
know.
so
I
in
know.
the lane.
I know.
And you think it's purely just her Refusnik approach?
I also think that it's so in the lane, but she makes it a little bit more difficult or a little bit cruder or a little bit like she's always throwing something in the mix, making the songs really long. You know, like she's always throwing she's self-disrupting, you
Yeah.
know? And I think she won't go straight for them, you know?
Fair. Okay.
I think if she wrote What Was I Made For, she would win. You know what I mean? Like if she did something that straightforward.
Interesting. Okay.
All right, record of the year. Worship, John Batiste, Not Strong Enough, Boy Genius, Flowers, Miley Cyrus, What Was I Made For, Billie Again, On My Mama, the Victoria Monet song, Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo, Antihero by Taylor Swift, and Kill Bill by SZA. For some historical context, last few winners of this award, Lizzo, About Damn Time, Silk Sonic, Leave the Door Open, and Everything I Wanted by Billie Eilish.
John Batiste gonna win this.
Record? Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't say that with any joy in my heart.
I got new fire, I got new tires. I'm so live, you know it makes me say.
He has this Obama-produced documentary on Netflix that's about his wife's cancer diagnosis, a real tearjerker. I think that's going to help him come Grammys, and I think it has some Oscar buzz too. I don't think you're wrong, but I think this is Taylor's category. I think this is Taylor's big category. I think it will win. I think it should win. Can I blow your mind? I think Taylor has never won a record or song of the year, ever.
But album, yes.
Couple times.
Yes, but not.
Never record or song. I think Antihero is the one. It's the return to form, her best single since Blank Space. Huge, huge record in all senses. Well written, self-deprecating. Like, what if she doesn't win record of the year, she may never, which is crazy until she's, Joni Mitchell style, which we'll continue holding our breath for. But I think this is Taylor's category.
SZA. Again, it's SZA or Olivia for me. I just think Kill Bill is the best song in this batch. It's clever, it's inventive, it's fun, it's well written. It's like, with respect to the Olivia Rodrigo record, it's like all the things that people are feting about the Olivia Rodrigo record, they're all in Kill Bill. Plus, it's fun.
I hear it.
So I'm gonna say SZA should win.
Album of the year. World Music Radio by Jon Batiste, The Record by Boy Genius, Endless Summer Vacation by Miley Cyrus. Did you know there's a tunnel under Ocean Boulevard by Lana Del Rey? The Age of Pleasure by Janelle Monáe, Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, Midnights by Taylor Swift, and SOS by SZA.
You tell me who's gonna win.
This is a dumb bet, but I'm making it anyway. I think SZA's gonna win. I think this is where SZA gets her moment.
Really?
I think it's like a little bit of an afterthought. That award comes at the end of the night. Like, everyone's already, like, looking for the exits. Like, I think she's going to be rewarded, and I think it's good for everyone. It's good for the show. They've had a gender problem. They've had a rap and R&B problem. Like, this album is, I agree with everything you've said about Kill Bill, like, and I think it applies to the album writ large. Like, this is a special album, and I think it's a dumb vote, even on my own part, but I have a feeling it could win, and I think it will.
Taylor's gonna win this. Yeah, Taylor's gonna win. I don't see how they put this album in this category not to give it to Taylor. And again, I don't think it's on, none of this is on the merits, but I don't think it's like on the merits in the pure sense.
It's to reward the year.
It's to reward the year, and also that sense that Taylor is an artist who makes Grammy-winning albums.
Right.
These are
Folklore a couple years ago.
These are self-fulfilling prophecies. These are closed-loop philosophies. But this album exists because it knows it will receive this nomination, and Grammy voters nominate it knowing that they wish to vote for it. And she's still taken seriously enough by Grammy voters to win the big prize. And I don't know, to me, the should win of this is SZA. Maybe it's Olivia. Maybe it's Lana. Yeah, it might be Lana.
It's Lana. That's my should.
Yeah, I think for me it's SZA, but it could be Olivia or Lana. But I just don't think this category being the marquee category, I just don't see the average Grammy voter, which I understand is changing, but the average Grammy voter being like, we're going to give this one to SZA. We're going to give this one. They might give song. They might give record, but I don't think they're going to give album. They're going to give album to someone they feel comfortable with.
Harry Styles won last year. Jon Batiste won the year before.
Also, literally never heard of Harry Styles.
If I was doing safe money, I think the safe money's on Jon Batiste again. It's like he's here. Let's not be shocked. Let's not be shocked if Jon Batiste runs away with this one. I'm picking SZA's gonna win, but Jon Batiste is a very, very close second. And I just let's make a promise to ourselves. We can't even be mad. It is what it is at that point.
Can you rinse this taste out of my mouth with a snack? Because even thinking about the prospect of a Jon Batiste win in Album of the Year it's giving me metallic mouth.
Okay, but this is an intense flavor to follow with.
That's true. We're going savory on snack.
We're going savory. We have Torres chips. These come in a variety of intense flavors. I've had a lot of them.
I've had a few of them as well.
They have foie gras.
Yeah.
They have egg, which is one of the single craziest chips I've ever tasted.
Oh, wow.
Not good, but tastes like you're eating an egg.
Great.
The jamon.
Yeah, I've had the jamon.
That one's so intense.
Yep.
This is black truffle.
I have not had this. Have you?
We're going to remember when it hits the palate.
Okay. Woo. Really?
$1 million worth of truffle in this
MIA
odor.
level truffle? Lynn Hirschberg
odor.
level truffle?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. Can you smell it from here?
No. Oh, wow. The smell is really poignant. Whew.
I need to brush my teeth 11 times after one chip. 11 times per chip.
The oil is...
It's crazy because it's not...
You like it, or
it's like,
you want
it's
another
an
one?
intense essence. I don't think I can stomach another. It's an intense essence, but it's not intense on the tongue.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not like flavor powder. It's like...
It actually chews really easily.
These chips are incredible, like incredibly made. I don't think I could eat a handful of those, let alone a bag. But it's like, it's an achievement in and of itself. To me, it's like a 7.5 out of 10, if only because it's so impressive as a food product.
I don't eat chips with caviar. I don't eat caviar.
They have a caviar flavor.
Do they?
Oh, yeah.
But I would imagine, you know, sometimes you see someone on Instagram being like, here's my caviar chip from New Year's Eve. Like,
Sure.
That's what this should be.
Yeah.
This is an 8 to me. Maybe, actually, this is an 8.5 to me, with the caveat of that being I maybe only could eat 20 at a time.
Right. I'm at single digits.
Yeah.
You're at 20, but I agree. Like, I'm more impressed than I am sated.
Smitten.
Yeah.
That's our show. Watch the Grammys, I guess.
If you want.
It's fine if you don't. It's totally fine.
Let us know who won.
Yeah. This will be better than whatever's going on in the Grammys. Every episode of Popcast ever is at nytimes.com/popcast. Our show, Popcast Deluxe, is on youtube.com/popcast. We are here every week. Email us, popcast@nytimes.com. Maybe send over your Grammy ballots, but do it before the Grammys so we'll know that you're not cheating.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Hurry up.
Yeah, like
Got a
I don't
couple
know.
days.
Yeah, put them in. The Discord, the Facebook, jump in, tinyurl.com/Popcast Facebook or Popcast Discord. The stickers and t-shirts are at itsthepopcast.myshopify.com. And subscribe to Popcast. Click here, youtube.com. Press this button.
Sure.
Our senior producer is Sawyer Roque. Our editor is Jamie Heffitz. Special thanks, as always, to Karen Gans, Nel Galogli, Pat Gunther, Leslie Davis, Pedro Rosado. We'll be back next week.